Back on Hitting Hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Head over to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta into your browser, search us out. Hit the subscribe button on our page there. Leave us a comment. Find us free and available on all of your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Odyssey. Leave us a 5-star review and follow me on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. The Deshaun Watson situation is out of control. Yesterday, we got a New York Times report talking about how Deshaun Watson had booked massage appointments with 66 different women, a 17-month period from the fall of 2019 to the spring of 2021. Now, even worse than that, and this is the part that really just blew my mind, is that the Houston Texans, the team that he was playing with, and he was given hotel rooms and non-disclosure agreements from the Texans to engage in behavior like this. Now, look, I don't want to hear about innocence, guilty. I don't want to hear about any of that stuff. Okay? This situation has gone way off the rails. 66 women. The Texans are giving him hotels and setting him up with it, and they're giving him non-disclosure agreements. By the way, where do the Texans get just random non-disclosure agreements? Did they just have like a file in there, like a guy just goes into a filing cabinet and says, oh, yeah, here's all these NDAs that we already printed up. This one is for prostitutes. This one is for masseuses. This one is for gamblers. Here, just, here's the one for masseuses. Just use that and have them sign off on all this. This is ridiculous. And right now, the league is out of control with the things that are going on. I've said for years on my radio show, I grew up watching the Browns and rooting for the Browns. I'm from Northeast Ohio and this, that, and the other. I've got some understanding and insight about the Browns, okay? I've said for years on my radio show, I know Jimmy Haslam is a dirtbag, the owner of the Browns. I know Jimmy Haslam's a dirtbag. You don't have the FBI coming in to look at your books and your company. Jimmy Haslam was the owner of Pilot, the gas stations, bankrupted them, was looked in by the FBI because of unethical behavior to customers and things like that. You don't have that happen if you're not a lowlife. So I know he's a lowlife. I know Daniel Snyder's a lowlife and all the things that have gone on in Washington. I believe all the stories. I don't think you couldn't make up a story of the coach stooping a secretary that was stooping a player and not playing. You can't make that up. That's Penthouse Forum. And now you have the Texans handing out non-disclosure agreements like they went to officeworks.com and just print off random things, give it to Deshaun, and then set him up with hotel rooms with 66 women. Now, let's cut through the fog and the nonsense of all of this, okay? This is not about Deshaun Watson and his physical health and needing massage and recouping from injury. That's none of this. Okay? You can miss me with that whole discussion about any of that and putting that goofball spin on this stuff. This is about Deshaun Watson and his sexual proclivities and all this kind of behavior. Okay? That's where this starts and ends. I don't care if he went to massage therapists. I don't care if he'd have gone to Vegas and found hookers. I don't care if he'd have gone in some back alleyway. I don't care. That's what this is. And the Texans fed into this behavior. So what's the NFL going to do? If you're going to suspend Deshaun Watson 6 games a year, people are like, oh, well, they got to kick him out of the league. Okay, you're going to kick the Texans out of the league for fostering this behavior? For allowing this and contributing to this? And I don't want to hear about the NFL is going to give the Texans a $50,000 fine and say, hey, you guys, don't do that stuff again. Okay? I don't want to hear all that. If you're not going to fine them millions of dollars and start taking away draft picks and cripple. I don't know what the death penalty is in the NFL, but there are some franchises teetering on needing the death penalty in the NFL. Like SMU back in the 80s got the death penalty from the NCAA. There are NFL franchises teetering on the death penalty. And the Texans fed into this. They helped this happen. They allowed this behavior, and they promoted this behavior for him. And so you can say whatever you want about Deshaun Watson. He's a dirtbag. He's a lowlife. He's a great guy. He's the father of the year. He's this. Whatever you want to say. I don't really care. But you can't overlook what the Texans were mixing themselves up in. And this behavior had nothing to do with, physical rehab and the strain of a football season and all this kind of stuff. When you're getting into pornographic yoga positions, and let's face it, I've seen enough adult movies in my life to know when a guy's in that kind of position, what he's looking for. Let's be adults and cut through the fog of all of this. This is ridiculous. And this league is running amok. And you had a lowlife owner in Jimmy Haslam give away the entire farm, give him $230 million guaranteed, rig his contract for this year. Rig his contract for this year so that if he does get suspended, he's only losing money off of $1 million base salary. And by the way, why am I singling out Jimmy Haslam in that and not the GM? Because you don't even begin to hand out that kind of money and do those kinds of things unless the owner says, go for it. And I'm immensely disappointed in the Atlanta Falcons that they decided that they were going to get themselves mixed up in Deshaun Watson. That is a black eye on the Falcons franchise as well. The fact that they wanted to go after a guy, and let me tell you, let me assure you, every single solitary team around the league knows what was going on, knows the Deshaun Watson story, and they have all the facts of it. You don't get into any sort of bed or marriage with Deshaun Watson in the Texans if you don't have all of the poker chips on the table in front of you to see and flip your cards over and show everybody your hand. The NFL has run amok. And I'm going to be fascinated to see what's the league going to do about it. When is the league going to clamp down on some of these franchises and say enough is enough? As we put out little PR videos of, look at all the good work the NFL does. Horse crap. Horse crap. Thanks for listening to Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery here today. We ask you to head over to youtube.com, subscribe to our page there. Thanks for making us your first listen. Don't forget to make A to Z with Mark Zinno your second listen every day as Mark is back on Atlanta airwaves and he's making his opinions known. Opinions you may not like, but you certainly have to listen to him. That is free and available on our YouTube page, Locked On Sports Atlanta. Also on all of your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Odyssey. Find us there. Leave us a 5-star review. Follow me on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. We will be back with you tomorrow. This has been Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta.